I don't know who this video is for. I don't know who this video will reach. But if you have come across this video, that's indication that this video is for you. I want you to know it's not too late to recover what you've lost. This video is specifically for those that have lost possessions due to financial reasons or unforeseen circumstances, and you're at a point where it just doesn't seem fair. You may be questioning, why me? Why is this happening to me? What is going on? This video is specifically for you. From experience, while experiencing loss, you cannot help but focus on what you don't have. Me personally, I know my rock bottom was losing all of my money after I left corporate America in 2019 to become a full-time entrepreneur. Lost all savings, lost all money I had invested. And then in 2022, I ended up having to sell my car back to the dealership due to maintenance costs that I just did not have the money to cover. So in 2022, I became carless. In that moment, I'll be honest, what I was lacking seemed like it would last forever. If you recently experienced losing something yourself personally, then you know all too well what this feeling is like, right? It's a feeling in your chest. It's a feeling that actually overcomes you to where sometimes you can't even communicate into words like how you're feeling, because it just feels like everything has been stripped or everything is just in a whirlwind, and you begin to question what is going on and what is the purpose of all of this. If you made it this far in this video, I want you to know as a fact, if you take nothing else from this, remember that the tables always turn. I want you to keep repeating that to yourself. Even if you feel like they don't, I want you to say to yourself, the tables always turn. I was riding in my car a few days ago, and for some reason I just stopped and I wanted to, reflect on the things that I've been through in the past years up until this present moment in my life and try to make sense of everything that I've gone through. And if you're like me, you probably do this periodically yourself just to figure out, okay, like, what does this mean? Like, why am I going through certain things, or why have I experienced certain things in my life? And I just wanted to make this video just to share with you a few things that I've learned that can help you too. Number one is you can rest assured that absolutely no one is exempt from hard times. No one is exempt from hard times. It doesn't matter what their life appears to be on the outside. It doesn't matter what they portray it to be on social media. No one is exempt from hard times. No one goes through the exact same struggle, but each of us will experience a point of our lives where we experience lack, we experience a form of being stripped of something. I want you to find comfort in the fact that it's never just you. And am I saying that we're wishing hard times or struggle on the next person? Absolutely not. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that do not feel like you're isolated, because when I was going through loss myself, it just, when you feel like, or when you adopt the mentality that it's just you that is experiencing extreme loss, you might go around thinking that, you're isolating yourself, and it just feels even more worse because you are looking at everyone else that just seems like they are living on top of the world, like they're doing everything that they want to do, and they appear to be happy, and it just feels like you are constantly losing. So I just want you to know that everyone does experience some form of loss some time within their life. Like, no one is exempt. And if someone has, or if you've had an encounter with someone and they personally have said, I really haven't experienced any loss or lack or anything, then just know that eventually it's going to come with that person. And maybe you've just gone through your experiences first, so maybe you can help them when they eventually go through their period of loss. Because that's how I was up until me leaving corporate America. I had everything. I never wanted for anything, never wanted. Money was not a factor. It was nothing. Like, But after I gone through my personal experiences, it's like now looking back, it definitely all was for a reason. So that's number one. Number two, what I realize is that the road to great and receiving all that God has for you is not linear. It absolutely is not linear. And if I had to guess what my life would have entailed or what my life would have looked like after I made the decision to leave corporate America, I just knew that I was secure. Like I knew that I had a pretty good plan. I did not foresee, again, those unforeseen things, right? So left 2019, pandemic hit in 2020. Those unforeseen things as far as like what will require more financial liability, right? On the things that, or the money that I had saved, and money was going out way, way fast than what money was coming in. Did not actually budget for that either. But I just knew, right? I just knew immediately after leaving corporate America, because I knew I was called to do more. I just knew that I was leaving good to go to great immediately. I did not think that I would go good, rock bottom, but it had to happen. And I'm in a place now where it's like it doesn't bother me as much, because once you just keep getting up day after day, putting one foot in front of the other, doing what it is to kind of rebuild yourself and put the pieces back together after you've experienced loss, and all of it begins to make sense. The third thing that I would say that can help you as well is, I realize too that we focus a lot on possessions, right? And it's during the period of lack where you have the opportunity to really pinpoint what really matters in your life. And I would say that true character isn't built on tangible assets. And often we focus a lot of our attention on obtaining stuff just to improve our perception to the outside world, right? So you think like, okay, I want these things, but who is it really for? Is it for me? Is it what I personally really want? Or is it to improve my perception on how other people view me? So I would encourage you to take an opportunity to step back and think about that as well. The things that you've lost, was it tied to who you are as a person, or is it tied to who you are perceived as? While I was being stripped of the things, it allowed me to take time to focus on the things that I really wanted, right? Take the time. I would encourage you to take the time to focus on the things that you really want. Focus on the things that truly makes you happy, that really fulfills you, that really is aligned with what you personally believe you were created to do. Start searching those things, right? Not putting money at the forefront of everything. So being stripped of everything allowed me time to take a step back and to really assess like what it is that made Terry happy. Losing everything helped me to realize that if you've made it this far in this video, and if you're still listening, I appreciate you for tuning in as always. If you still have breath in your body, then there's still time. And me realizing with us still having breath in our body, and with us even saying that there's still time, that's the gift in itself, that there is still time. There is still time. There is still time for things to turn into, there is still time for things to turn in your favor. And that's the gift of it all, that there is still time. If you made it this far in this video, and if you recently have gone through extreme loss of possessions, whether it be through financial reasons or unforeseen things, I want to let you know that you are never alone. I was there. I know what that feels like. And I want you to know that everybody on this earth will go through a period of loss. It does not look the same for each of us, but each of us do and will go through something that we will experience, right? That in the moment it doesn't feel well. It might feel as though it's a burden. It might feel as embarrassment. That loss can look different for each of us. But I just want to spend time with you today to let you know that as long as you still have time, you still have an opportunity for things to turn into your favor. And the road to great is not linear. And character isn't built on tangible possessions, but rather you need to spend time focusing on the true things that build your true character and make you happy. If you enjoyed this video, I appreciate you for sticking around for its entirety. More importantly, I would appreciate if you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you are not already subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing to the channel so you can join the Terry's tribe. We're catching a major vibe, y'all, because we'll be coming back with another video. Let's go.